Yeah. I mean, it's a contract anyway, but at 5 years, if you're not comfortable, we can just, as if it didn't happen, you're not affected, I'm not affected.
We can just exit.
Yeah. If there's no kids. I don't even know that.
What are kids? Because people get divorced with kids.
Yeah. It would have to be a detailed exit clause.
No.
It really doesn't have to be. It's our child. The child's a prenup. Like, what's the difference?
A prenup is more about things.
Right.
Right.
If you don't plan like your things, then, you know, I actually thought about this yesterday. I was like, well, how would I feel? I would just walk away from somebody. Like, if they really had a deadline on them, like, oh, I don't want this because that's not what I want. I think it's up to the person. Like, let's say, all right, well, we're going to do this for 5 years, but then you probably can have a tier where we're going to do this forever. You know, I think you should be able to decide when you go. That's going to cause a lot of damn arguments, though. People, like, what you mean 5 years? Did you just mark 5 on the paper? But what is
like give an option up front?
Yeah, like up front. Yeah, like you get 5 years, 10 years, 15-year license. And
standard could be like 3.
Every 3? Ooh, 5. Sure. 5.
You could start off with 3. And then see if you want to extend.
I think men are...
We change it every 2 years though.
Yeah. Technically, we change every 14 days. Every 14 to 20 days.
Worse. Shit.
Yeah. They say we work with the cycles. Yeah.
Yeah. Dang.
So...
I didn't know that.
I say when it comes down to like the marriage whole thing of it, though, we all change. But that's the beauty of marriage.
Right.
Is to get through those changes. Because marriage is about getting over those hurdles and being like, all right, we're going to go through this forever. We're going to see who's going to get to, you know, like Nipsey say, it's a marathon. A relationship is the same way. It's not going to be, okay, we're going to try it out for 3 years. That ain't how our ancestors did it. I wouldn't want to be in a situation where there's a deadline, you know, especially if there's a child involved. Because even if it just gave you that cushion, I wouldn't want. I mean,
you don't like
if we,
I'm doing it.
We doing it. You know, if things happen. But to put a deadline on it, that's already going in it. Like, oh, well, we fucked already. You know, what you speak becomes your reality. So if I'm already putting a deadline on it, well, we're gonna end this in 3 years, then that could, you know, it can actually manifest like that. Like we, in 3 years' time, we really gonna be breaking up.
And for some people, it's okay that we breaking up because.
Some people are going to a lot of different divorces.
Yeah. Well, right. So it just depends on the people for sure. And I guess given that option would be more like if the 2 people wanted that.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah,
it should be more about the person. Like if we
the
decide, because it's people like the new, what is it, the poly what relationships where it's people.
That's the new.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
I have
so it's a new old thing
on that. Like recently.
That came at you like that?
I mean, they didn't come at me like
that.
I realized that that's what they're into, and that's definitely been a new wave. And I'm like, wait.
I can see how that.
And I did kind of dig into it and look, you know, Google and looked it up, and it's really. And then Jada and them came out with that red table about the throuple. Did y'all see that?
What about the what?
A throuple.
What is it?
Red table talk. It's 3 people in a big ass couple. I mean, a big ass relationship.
Her daughter wants to be like that.
3 people in a big ass couple. In a big ass couple.
Her daughter wants a boyfriend and a girlfriend.
Oh, really? Y'all have to watch it.
Oh, I saw that.
And I saw a clip, but
okay, so I thought that was like fake. That's not.
No, it's real.
Her daughter really wants to be with a man.
Well, Willow was saying like, yeah, like she could totally be with a woman and a man and be in a throuple.
Yeah, but the women, would they not feel some sort of way?
That's the thing. No,
she engages women though.
Oh, well, if you're a bi woman, then I guess that'll work. Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
So it was a man and a woman. They were married, and then they had a girlfriend.
That happens all the time.
And then, but they all had a relationship. So the women had a relationship. The husband and both. Yeah.
See, that's the thing about this.
That's the thing about the poly lifestyle.
If it wants to be like a, because
it's a big ass relationship.
So we should say we gonna have a date tonight.
Yes,
you left out.
Absolutely.
I can't do that because I can't.
But it's not even like we left out. Like it's our time. Like it's different. Like it's different.
Schedules.
It's different. But you understand.
Well, kind of, sort of. That's like.
But low key, and it's not even like an open relationship.
But see, that's kind of like what I have going on when I'm not.
Because you're not
in a
dating
relationship.
people.
Say that again.
That's kind of like what I have going on when I'm not in a relationship. Like, if I'm not with anybody, I have that one person that but we have that understanding. Like, I done been around other chicks and everything, and he never came out and said this is somebody I mess with, but I know him because we've been doing this for 3 years on and off, so I know who he deals with, who he don't deal with. I mean, we care about each other. I respect him, he respects me. It's no drama, it's no issues. I'm not calling.
So y'all low key in a. Well, I guess you.
But I don't know if it's a thing or not. You know, I just get what I get and that's it. I don't need nothing else from him but that. We call each other when, you know, we'll be like, I'm like, I want to cuddle tonight. Can you come watch a movie and cuddle? He's like, yeah, all right, well, okay. That's it.
Yeah.
But it's no strings attached. Like, he don't spend a night. I don't want him to spend a night. He wants to. Like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to get too into it to where it's more like a relationship.
Because you don't want a relationship, or you just don't want one with him.
I don't want it with him.
Got you.
Yeah, but that's my favorite sex partner.
Because he's just good for what he's good for.
Exactly. But no, don't get me wrong. All the way around on paper, everything, he is an amazing man. Like,
yeah, paper.
I mean, not on and off paper. Looks wise, when I started, I wanted him so bad. I was like, he is fine.
Why don't you want to be in a relationship with him?
I don't want to be in a relationship with him because I got to know him and I know how he is and his style, you know, and I feel like I respect him for who he is, and he has 2 children. He's not married to the woman he has kids with, but it's just like, I respect who he is, and I just don't want to, I feel like I don't want to share him basically. He's a good
Even
man.
though you're sharing him.
But I'm sharing them on my terms.
Right. Gotcha.
I have the control of, you know, that's why I don't let them stay over, because then I catch feelings, you know. If we sleeping, I wake up next to you, that's a whole different situation. So I cut it off, you know, I know how to turn on and off my emotions. Yeah. But it's hard. I mean, it was hard. It's very easy now. It was hard at first trying to get into the groove that we're in. Because at first I did, you know, I was like, well, dang, I wonder if he, you know, and he showed me that he wanted me, but I still wasn't ready. So it was kind of like, I don't know. It was very confusing.
But still.
Yeah. It's a very good situation. Like, I understand, I call him my PA. And I understand him, he understands me. He tells me I don't have no, he was like, you just act like a dude. I'm like, no, I don't. It's not like, he know I'm not sleeping with anybody else but him. Like, I have not done anything with anybody.
But if you wanted to,
I could. And he wouldn't mind. I talked to him. I actually had a relationship in the middle of our 3 years, and I told him all about it. It was a bad breakup in that relationship. And I went to him, we was kicking it one day at his crib, and I was like, let me tell you this story. He was like, I can't believe you got yourself in something like that. So it was like a laughing matter about another breakup I went through. But he's never come to me and talked about any females though, besides his last situation where a girl wanted a child and he didn't. That's how I knew he wasn't ready. I was like, oh, that's why y'all broke up? Because she wanted a kid after 4 or 5 years. That's standard, you know? So I knew he was, you know, one of them types that I could just have fun with and not be serious with.
Right.
So I take it for what it is.
Every man can't give you the same thing, but you have to be adding some kind of value to my life. Whatever that, you know, some kind of value.
I'm grateful you for not taking out my trash, even though he didn't live with me.
Absolutely.
But he came over and saw it,
That-
and I was like, oh, I can't fuck with him.
Because if you can't grasp that concept,
Exactly.
I can't teach that to you because that should have been deep rooted in you.
Exactly.
Right.
So
And taking out my trash is absolutely adding value to my life.
Yeah.
And cleaning out my car, washing it. Making sure it has gas, like that is
Like
really
the
value.
need.
And I think that's the thing. It's depending on the man. Like you just have to add some kind of value. Like you do.
It's always acceptable to look at a woman as if she has a role in a relationship, but sometimes people stray away from men having a role. Like with me, I'm like, even with my son, and my son is raised in a sense where I don't touch trash. I don't care if it's something, just a box that's been done with in the house and needs to go to recycle bin. No, because I need you to be pre-prepared because this is a role that nobody, like the woman in your household, if you are looking for a traditional relationship, this is the structure of it.
And not even traditional.
Or just like on a, you know, like in a, let's have a common balance. Because now people are in some different shit right now.
Yeah, they are.
Very different. I don't even know what's going on right now.
But even like
I don't know how to date. Like,
even rubbing my feet is adding value to my life.
Yes.
Like that's what I'm
How do you
saying.
get away from that thought though?
No, and I don't know, but it's that simple. It's that simple.
That's simple. It's the details. Have the mindset. It's just the details. It's 100% the details. Like that's adding value.
That is adding
the concern and the care for
Yes.
the details, the little shit.
Yes.
100%. Like there are women who are just like there are men who are, that are out to use people. Let's cut that out of this conversation. Right now, two people are really trying to build. I think that as a woman, we create fucking life. We do a lot of shit. Like our body goes through so much shit. Like women have been accustomed to handle a lot.
Right.
If I can get through that shit, if I can get through just being a woman, you know what I mean? When it comes to you, give me balance. Because I got the world. I'm a creator.
Day, what can you do for? And vice versa too, though. But right now we're talking about men and what value they add.
Well, I can honestly say, for a man to come and just to be able to communicate with me, like pillow talk,
Value.
that to me is the biggest value of all. Just communication. Communication is key. I want to be able to lay
That's
down
just so
something like,
sexy.
let me tell you what my sister did today, or let me tell you, or he come to me like, well, my mom did this, and like we talk about everything. Like it's nothing.
That's just sexy.
I got so many secrets that I would want to share with my partner. That I plan to share with my partner.
Yeah.
From childhood on up, but I wouldn't trust anybody else with that. But I want whoever I lay with. That's why I said I wouldn't really want to get a divorce or have a deadline on it, because I plan to, when I get married, I'm gonna lay it all on that person.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna know me completely. I want to stand in front of them with clothes on, but they look at me as I'm naked.
Yeah.
And they only see me. Like they see the depth of me. They know how
As
I
you
am.
see yourself.
Exactly. They see me.
Because you want to literally give them all.
Exactly.
You really don't go in that mindset
with just anybody.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Like I just want that.
You're right.
That if I could have that connection, like that soul tie with a person where I know you're not gonna tell my business. We're gonna be loyal to one another. We're gonna talk through our situations, any problems, any issues. We're gonna lay it all on the table. That holds weight more than anything. To me, like if I can have that, I'll give up everything else. Like you can be broke, but if you can communicate with me, I know I'm a Capricorn. I know how to make the money. I have it already. Really, I can handle all my bills. The way that I do things. So it's kind of like to have that. That would be the best thing, especially to me with knowing that mental stability for women and being a black woman at that, a black woman as a mom. Like with me, I never expected to be a single mom. That wasn't on the table. That wasn't in my plans.
Me neither.
After being with someone for those many years, or that amount of years, for everything to just switch up on me, I didn't expect that. So being that everything just turned on me, it left me, and that's what I wanted to contribute to my wall.
Yeah.
That's part of it. But I know now what I was reflecting in that relationship, and it was a lot of flaws that I was getting, like my reflection. Basically, I was getting my flaws thrown back at me through a person. But I want a person that's not going to throw them back at me, that's going to embrace them, hold on to them, and comfort them, and we comfort each other. So that's what I want. I don't mind if they've been through things, because I want to be able to comfort their issues too.
Right.
I want them to be able to be open and honest. Now, if you come to me and tell me some, my uncle touched me type stuff, then it's that's something I can't help him with. I can't help him with that, but I'd rather just know,
Yeah, I'm just trying to be that shoulder, if anything. I think that, in all that, I just got that you just want someone to be bare with you.
Right.
To be 100% authentic, like just be within themselves. And I think that's also why I'm not so attracted to people, because that's naturally what I give off the bat. That's a lot for some people, and sometimes with the wrong person, it's too much. And with the really wrong person, it's a meal ticket to be used.
You need to build your wall like I did, because I used to be like that, and that's why I become the way I am.
Yeah.
I was so open.
I have a wall. It's just, my wall is more of a filtering. So whereas it takes so much to even have like with me, I'm at a point where it just takes so much to have a conversation with me. And with that, that I don't know sometimes if that is even the healthiest thing, because I don't go out as much as other people. I turn down a lot of chances to be social with people, even just go on that date. I'm not so interested in stuff. Like I have to, when I meet people, it's something like boom, for me to be, and much like show into it. Even like the
I can relate to that.
it's just just talking about like but it's so much with that. It's just like it's an add up. Like it's a full life. It's a lifestyle. It's a committed lifestyle. Even if I would have never met that person, that would have been there. That would be there, full strong. And my wall, I do have a wall, but it's a filtering system, and sometimes that probably doesn't allow me to meet really cool people that I probably could have, even if it's just a friendship with, because I don't even allow so many people to even get this close. It'll be like one or two, but the bad thing about that is like, I honestly can reflect back on my life. I'm 30 years old, and I can say I remember like 3 men in my life that I was attracted to. 3 men, and not the man that I have 2 children with are those 3 people. I met somebody and we just built from, we found common grounds and we built from that. We tried to build from that point. I remember like those is 3 men in my life that I've been completely attracted to, like in their physical form, what they're doing with their life. And that becomes my thing. And that kind of sucks because it's just like, I'm the person who doesn't necessarily ever care to go to the party because I'm not interested. But when I do find somebody and I am interested, it's just like, it's like a first experience all over again. It's just like, I can almost like feel like the blood rushing in my veins. I get butterflies.
Yeah.
It's like an electric feeling.
I love that feeling.
Yeah.
Like I was just saying, I want someone new to have that feeling. Because it's like I haven't had that feeling in a minute because I didn't go out either.
Yeah. That's a part of, I don't know if you realize that's a part of that wall. Do you realize that? Do you think that? Is that part of your wall? Or is it just like you're too busy to work?
No, I really don't like
an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I don't like to go out really because it's the same thing. When I like to go out, I like to go out in different states. Like if I'm traveling.
New experience.
Yeah, like all the way. Someplace I can really just like have fun. Like here I know mostly everybody when I do go out. And one thing about it, you've been out with me, so you know. How many times will a guy just be there, stare at you, don't say nothing, wait till everything is over, when you're about to head to your car, want to talk?
Hey.
I don't have time for that. Like you just saw me in there standing around for 40-some minutes. You had all the 40-some minutes to come up to me, converse with me in an atmosphere where we probably had a lot to talk about. And you want to talk to me while I'm heading to my car? Where you finna go eat? You want to hit the Waffle House? No. Like that's not what I want to do. But I don't know. Like back to. Do I think that's contributing to the wall? Yes, but I think that's part of the healthy portion of it. Because I don't think I'm gonna find what I'm looking for in the club. I have a vision of finding, I don't know. I don't think it's in the club what I want. Like the guy that I want, he probably will go to the club. Maybe it'll be
just like it ain't like you're in the club often.
Yeah. So who knows?
I can relate to you.
Do you go out?
Yeah. Not really. Because like you said, it's the same old thing. And I see the same old people.
How do we tell women who have been through a breakup or by themselves, how do they meet new men? How are we meeting men? Right now, don't think off the bat, how do you meet men?
I don't.
Right now, off the bat, don't think, how do you meet men? Work.
Basically.
Work.
I don't. So I've tried the apps. And the gas station men, I don't pay. So then when I go out, they don't be trying to.
I signed up for a dating app last year, and I got off of it in like 2 to 3 days.
Did you? Oh, so you didn't like it? You didn't like the experience?
I think that I didn't like the experience. I honestly didn't like the just the whole looking at.
It was like you're shopping.
It's exactly it does like you're shopping. It's like
the word experience.
No, it is.
And I did, girl.
The stuff is just over the top what they say they into. Like,
what's the swipe one?
Tinder.
What did you
sign up for?
I had Tinder.
Did you have Bumble?
No, I didn't have Bumble.
Hinge.
No.
Okay, Hinge.
Hinge is good.
Do you feel like it's the same people on different
I've seen the same people on different sites.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
So that was my way of meeting it. Like, so when you ask me that right now, I said I don't meet them because
can you with your
I don't, but
does your lifestyle allow you to go out and
so yes.
Maybe.
When I don't have my daughter, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm seeing the same people on the site. But I went to the sites because I'm like, I want to meet somebody new. So I was tired of running in the same circles and just meeting the same people. And so it's like, well, it might be somebody else that can't go out that much or that doesn't. You know, it might be someone else normal on there, like I think I'm normal. It might be somebody else, you know. But it just wasn't a good experience. And I did meet some people off of there. Yeah. But it's always like, well, why are you on here? You know, they always question my life.
I questioned it too. Yeah. As I was swiping and scrolling, I'm like, why he on here?
Exactly.
So that's why y'all treat it like that.
Exactly. So that's, I had to have that reality check, that talk with myself, and that's kind of what made me extend my time. You know, because exactly, I'm having the same thought, but yet I'm on there and I think I'm normal. But these guys are like, why are you on here? You must be crazy. Or they want to FaceTime you because they're like, why do you need, you something must be wrong with you.
Yeah. Now let me tell you something that my aunt, who is 61, told me last year. She said, because I had started talking to this guy, and then I found out he was talking to somebody else. I was livid. I was so upset. I was mad about it. And she had this talk with me. She was like, look, it's 2019. She said, it's not a man that you're going to meet that's good looking, that doesn't have a situation going on. And I was just, you know, and I was just like, wow, is that really serious? So because but how do you meet somebody with that situation? Because in Atlanta, we're 21 to 1. So how do you meet a good guy? If, you know, like my aunt is 61 and she's telling me that.
He can still be a good guy. He's just, everybody kind of already has something going on because everybody has a life before you meet them.
Yeah. I get that though, but that man needs to heal, obviously.
Do people in situations, states like us,
because
need to be more
open-minded?
21 to 1.
Yes, I think so.
21 to 1.
21 to 1 for what? I
it's 21 men to 1 woman. Like, do you have to, in Georgia, do you have to be more open-minded to make it count? Or are you going to stick to your original guns?
I believe you have to be more open-minded. And I've kind of taken that approach, just like your aunt said. Like, you can't possibly think that there's nothing. He doesn't have anything going on.
I know, that's what she
But then it's like,
it's so hard.
Then you have to kind of look, but that's just the reality of it. But then you kind of look at your situation too. And like, do you absolutely have nothing going on?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So how can we expect that?
Interesting.
I have nothing going on.
Is your phone dry?
No. But
that's what I'm saying. So,
but I don't have a relationship.
And it's not even about a relationship, but it's something. It's just something.
Yeah.
It's even having, you know.
Or just accepting that somebody can communicate with another human being.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, not a relationship per se,
I get that.
but something going on. Like, your phone is not dry.
Right.
Do heterosexual women in Atlanta need to accept we have to be more open-minded? Is that what we agreeing from here?
I can say yes.
I'm going to say, I'm on the fence about that. I would date Caucasian or something else before I just settle with.
I don't think it's a race. I think it's just like in general.
I do though. I do, because I have had like small encounters with men outside of my race. I actually dated a man outside of my race for several years, my first relationship, and it was different.
A dude can walk up to you and talk about all the bullshit on the radio, all the bullshit ass bags. So this nigga ain't talking about bags. He ain't talking about entertainment. He talking about your culture and your history. Some of them are not trying to spend the rest of their life and be real with you. Some of them are. You know what I mean? I still like feeling as if someone has some sort of like substance or like has researched the foundation. Right. I'm a history buff, so like when a man can come out with
so that's like mental stimulation for you.
Ooh, yeah. That's 100% that. Yeah.
People
so women don't like being called queen. Women are okay with being called bitch.
I don't like being called bitch at all, but I'm getting used to being called queen.
Why don't you like that?
Because coming from, it depends on who it comes from, basically. You know, like I was in the donut shop the other day and there was this group of guys and he was like, what's up, queen? And I'm just like, you know, like it just, hearing it from him kind of hit me off guard.
I think most men should address you like that. I think your presence can call for that. I don't think.
I think if I wasn't a vegan spot, he probably wouldn't approach me like that.
I'm just saying the controversy behind it.
But I think sometimes, even with what you were saying to me and you were talking about something completely off topic. We were talking about astrology and people not necessarily noticing their gifts. But I think sometimes, even with that or whatever, why you open a vegan spot though? Everybody ain't for the vegan spot. You chose to fucking vegan spot, so you care about your health. So you don't research some shit. All right, queen, I see you. You know what I mean? I think it is a new movement, and right now in our culture, we are embracing. We're finding out our history, and we're trying to embrace it on so many different levels. And I'm with it. Call me queen all day long. You know what I mean? Even if you're going through a phase and you're still trying to find yourself, what's up? I'm with it. Like, address me with that. Let me feel that presence. I can vibe with it.
Now, the reason I felt the way I felt, because like I said, it was a group of guys, and I just was like, you don't mean that shit. He just saying that just to, you know, to me, I guess because I feel people, so I kind of felt like it.
It was disingenuous?
It wasn't genuine whatsoever. It was on
A moment.
That shit is still trendy. So that's why it's trendy. So
Is it a bad trend?
It's not a bad trend.
We call each other niggas all day.
It's not a bad trend.
It's not a bad trend, I'll say that.
Honestly, I did not look at it horrible place.
Yeah,
I didn't look at it from the way that you're looking at it until
We
now.
said niggas from a horrible place. You have absolutely called somebody my nigga. I don't even. You have absolutely said my nigga.
Right.
You done been called niggas or whatever.
Yeah.
It came from a weird place, you know, where we got that word from originally. I feel like, you know, even on a light level, even on an uneducated level, what's up?
Let's start somewhere.
That's cool.
We can start.
You can respect me even if you ain't really